Coming to you all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia, weighing in at 155 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Rudy Lockhart.
What is this? Rudy Lockhart. Look at the smirk on his face.
Yeah, he's always got a smirk on his face, Travis. These are all turncoats.
You're calling the crowd turncoat? Let me tell you about turncoats. He turned his back on a 15-year-old boy, dry sterning, left him out to dry against the Hollywood Heathens.
Look, you know my feelings about Trice. Take a drink every time that I mention I held him as a baby and he needed to go to the outpatient. But Trice needed to learn a lesson. I told him it, I'm sure his dad told him it. As a once great champion in the sport once said, DTA, don't trust anybody.
Well, I, for one, think this reaction is justified.
It is justified. He turned his back. I tried to get help for Drice, and he deserves everything that he's getting right now, and I love it.
Well, it's appropriate we're at Clash of the Titans because he comes out to the sounds of the Clash, and I don't like what he did, but Joe Strummer of the Clash said Rudy can't fail, and it seems to be true. 3 singles victories in a row. Will he make it 4 tonight?
Hey, he's on a roll. Look, he's had enough of these fans.
And his opponent.
I can't say I blame him. I'll tell you who I blame for all this. Mr. Gary Daniels over here. How many times have we talked about how Rudy, a fan favorite everywhere he goes, Gary Daniels, Jeff Graves, booked this kid against other fan favorites. The guy's had his back up in the corner every single show.
He was the fan favorite at the last show until he turned his back and Drice Durning, so I put him in a favorable position, but he dug his own grave.
Coming to us all the way from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 170 pounds, introducing Will Worton.
Well, Gary Daniels, I love that once again you went back to the Drew Onyx Well in Montreal. Standing 6 foot, 170 pounds, this fast-paced welterweight, Will Worton, and I can't wait to see what he does.
From what I've seen from this kid on film, he's going to make a great addition here at Superstars. High wrestling IQ, killer instinct. Wait till you see this guy go, and I hope he gives Rudy exactly what he deserves.
What do you think of this kid's energy?
Lots of energy from Will Wheaton of Stand By Me fame and Star Trek.
Worton.
Oh, well, Worton. Okay. Well, still lots of energy coming into the ring here.
Well, he might not be Wesley Crusher, but he wrestles like the Crusher.
Reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior, the way you get in there shaking the ropes. A little less tassels and face paint, but
I will say I like his taste in music.
Yeah. Coming out to the sounds of Journey, Don't Stop Believing. And if you have to beat Rudy Lockhart, you have to believe in yourself. This guy, as much as I don't like this new attitude, is an absolute technician in the ring.
I agree. He is a technician in the ring. He's great to watch, but again, I'm not really a big fan anymore after his actions last time, but you can't take away the kid's ability in the ring.
Listen to this crowd. Talk about stop believing. They stop believing in Rudy Lockhart.
Rudy Lockhart stopped believing in them. And I'm going to be impartial, but deep down, I think those cheers are justified.
Well, I'm going to see how it's going to affect Rudy, because we've seen from his very first match in Superstars how the fans affected him positively and negatively. With them being against him now, very against him. Let's see how he fares.
Look how rapid fire that fireman's carry was from Will Worton.
This guy's got a lot of energy. I wonder if Will Worton has ever heard of decaf.
Well, you mentioned decaf, the crowd chanting a poultry-based chant at Rudy Lockhart. And here we go. Rudy! This is not his typical style. He's normally a mat technician, as I mentioned, trained at the New Japan LA dojo with Boyce Isaacs and Tyler Bateman and the DKC, but opting for a more strike-based offense.
Right. Introducing Will Worton into that strong style.
So Will Worton answers back, shoulder block.
Oh, nice move.
Great misdirection from Lockhart. Worton evades the baseball slide, catches the leg, spins him around, and what an arm drag from Will Worton. And
Again,
another.
Again, high wrestling IQ for this kid.
Shotgun drop kick from Worton.
I'm familiar with those. Will Worton, he's got the reach advantage, a long limbs on this kid. Able to get those arm drags in. It seems like he just, like Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four, just had to extend his arm across the ring and was able to grab Rudy.
Well, maybe it doesn't matter if you're built like Reed Richards or not. A knee to the gut will stop you, but he answers back with a kick to the gut. Perhaps thinking DDT here, but Lockhart. And that torpedo to the midsection.
Looks like he's going back to some of his normal moves, but like you said earlier, seems to have a new attitude in the ring. Maybe it'll work out in his advantage.
Sunset flip in the bottom corner, innovative offense from Lockhart.
That one, you could tell rang Worton's bell. He's still holding the back of his head. Hey, those ropes are no joke. Ropes, turnbuckles have got padding on them. Take it from me, they don't tickle when you hit them.
Rudy Lockhart with some ground and pound MMA style offense. And Lockhart with those European uppercuts.
Fans are starting to get behind Will.
Fans certainly behind Will, even more so against Lockhart. And these stomps trying to put his foot through Worton's sternum.
Kicking a man while he's down, I love to see it.
Of course you do, but hey, it's working, so who am I to judge?
Exactly. Like you said earlier, we don't like his new attitude, but it may be working for him.
Oh, and hard strikes. And this is interesting because Worton has 15 pounds on Rudy, but as you often mention, Josh, Rudy is so stocky. He's just built like a pit bull.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera gives him justice. He might be on the shorter end, might even be considered smaller when you think of a pro wrestler, but he is thick. He's got thick, powerful legs. He's got a thick midsection.
And a knife-edge chop.
Worton's family in Montreal heard that.
Oh, and speaking of which, Worton answers back.
Nice job.
Worton sporting the colors of the Bleu, Blanc et Rouge of his hometown, Montreal Canadiens. I'm sure that he's hoping for more success than they've had in recent seasons.
And Rudy, perhaps thinking that snap suplex, he likes to go for it. And there it is. Shades of Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid.
Good call.
And Worton able to get that shoulder up. This kid's resilient.
He is. Like we said about Rudy, he's small, but he could be pound for pound one of the best that we have in Superstars because he can go with anybody.
Now, we mentioned how dense Rudy is, and there's that, again, Dynamite Kid-esque offense with the falling headbutt there. When Rudy's covering this man, because he's so dense, he should really hook the leg, right?
You always want to hook the leg. You're going to put more weight on your opponent that way. It's going to force them, if they do kick out, to use more energy. It's going to tire them out quicker. Always hook the leg. Young wrestlers listening at home, hook the leg.
Amen to that. Rudy now using that mat-based offense, chin lock, but Worton able to fight out with these hard left hands to the midsection. Thinks the right, but Rudy cuts him off.
Seems like such a simple thing to hook the leg, but why don't they, you being in the ring before, Coach, said, why do some wrestlers not bother hooking the leg?
You got a lot going through your head when you're there. Should be second nature. With a guy like Rudy, now that we're kind of seeing his true colors a little bit, might be his own version of playing mind games, letting Worton know, I don't sweat you. I don't need to hook your leg.
Speaking of going through your head, I thought Rudy was going to put his head through that turnbuckle earlier, but then Rudy just put his right hand through Worton's head and a kick out from Worton.
Close.
Rudy arguing with our official Alex Scott, but as I say, I trust our officials here. People, do not forget what Lockhart did to Dryce Sterning. St. John letting them know.
I hope Dryce does get his pound of flesh eventually here against him. He said he was coming for him.
Oh yeah, Rudy.
This has been Lockhart's problem, whether he was liked, whether he was disliked. He allows this crowd to affect his behavior, to affect his mood.
We've talked about it before. Rudy's first match in Superstars of Wrestling against Fantana, a major fan favorite here. We talked about it then. You let these peons get in his head, the crowds get in his head. I mean, let the man focus on his task at hand, folks.
Well, speaking of task at hand, he was thinking that sunset flip into the turnbuckle again. Worton cuts him off, picks him up like nothing, but Lockhart able to evade that.
Those long limbs of Worton, able to just...
Nice block.
Thinking a second snap suplex maybe, but Worton maybe, just face plants Lockhart.
Will Worton's getting fired up now. Let's see what he can do.
Rudy letting the crowd get in his head. That
Rudy's
gave
up
Worton
quickly.
just enough to be able to get some win back, get some offense in, but already Rudy, the veteran, cutting off Worton.
Full steam ahead, slamming that shoulder into his gut. Again, Lockhart gets evaded into the second turnbuckle, and now eating some lariats and hard chops here. Worton, house of fire, kick to the midsection, and a DDT in the middle of the ring. Is this it? You mentioned the Dynamite Kid earlier, but that one reminded me of Jake the Snake Roberts, but Lockhart able to kick out.
DDT right out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, by way of Montreal.
What is Worton thinking? He's going to the top. This is a spot that Lockhart is very familiar with. Worton goes airborne. Oh, and a splash!
Oh, missed it.
And he splashed those knees.
Oh, knees up. Worton feeling the effects of that. Able to parry though, and answer back with some hard right hands.
He is trying to answer back, but Rudy's, it's hard to ever put Rudy down because you can just see, just like that, he's making a comeback.
Oh, and
Oh,
a
and a
step up
huge
in
step up.
Zaguri.
Step up Insaguri and a kick to the face.
Knocked his teeth
Do you know
out.
what a kick to the face feels like, guys?
No, I'm
It
thankful.
feels like getting kicked in the face.
I will not protest that, Kotsab. And someone cue the Mariah Carey, because he's going for Heartbreaker. And lands it!
Heartbreaker.
Flush! Heartbreaker, middle of the ring, count to 20.
pin.
And Kotsab, that's 4 in a row for Lockhart.
It is a long trip back to Montreal for Will Worton.
I thought Will Worton
Ladies
would
and-
get the win here. I'm glad I brought him in, but I'm
Ladies and
happy to see him in there, and he was
gentlemen,
great. The fans
Rudy
seem to like him. There's definitely a spot for him again in the
Lockhart.
future here at Superstars.
Hey, it was good effort from Will Worton, but hey, the momentum that Rudy Lockhart has right now. By my count, I believe he has only had one loss from Superstars of Wrestling.
In terms of one-on-one competition, you are absolutely correct.
That's true.
Man, Rudy Lockhart is on a roll. He may have lost the fans, but he's racking up the W's. And I want to see if he can continue it. And the song says it best. It seems true. Rudy can't fail.
He's letting them know too. He doesn't need them anymore. Look, all these fans that were booing him when he came out, now shout like, here, sign my poster. Sign my sign, Rudy.
Well, then
I don't
maybe-
blame the guy.
I hear a few cheers, but I'm still hearing mostly boos. These people haven't suddenly 180'd. They're still disgusted by his behavior.
Well,
All
poor-
right, gentlemen,
All right.
I'm being called.